Lisa LaBelle, everyone.
Hello, world. What's up, Buttercups? Just starting off this podcast with a little breathing exercises. Little breath work. Helps you clear the mind. It helps you get refreshed. Little box breathing. Hey, happy late Passover. Last Saturday, I believe. Last Saturday was Passover, April 12th. Happy Passover. And I'm sure there were people out there making some briskets. And brisket is good eating. Good eating. I saw a brisket recipe from the Barefoot Contessa. She just lathered that puppy up. She put it in a pan, put some carrots and tomatoes and what else she put in there? She put some onion from her big old garden. She put that all in there. And then she popped it in the oven for 4 hours, took it out, and boom, brisket heaven. I'm not Jewish, but I was about to make a brisket last Saturday because of seeing that man, I could just smell it. This Sunday is Easter. Happy Easter to everybody out there. Everyone's going to be making some ham. Little honey baked ham action out there. That's what's going to be happening. Ham and peas. Probably some mashed spuds. Be good eating. Let's start it on off. Let's go. Let's go. I need your love. I need your love. You need the Lord's love. That's what you need. Praise the Lord. I need your love. Right now. Yeah. That's Scott McLeon. I need your love. We all need some love. We all need the Lord's love. That's what you need. Get on over to church this Sunday. That's what I'm talking about. There's a community in church. People stopped going to church a long time ago, and I think there's a community that you can go and be a part of, and help some people out. It's very nice. I just want to give you an update here. Instagram update. Sometimes Instagram will restrict me from commenting. So if you, and I'm not really on Instagram a lot, but if you, I guess if you comment on other posts a certain amount of time, or they think your activity is suspicious because you comment too much or something. Like I said, I'm barely on there. I like to support accounts. So sometimes I will give a nice supportive comment and a like. But and then they'll just ban me. Instagram will ban me they won't ban me. They'll restrict me from commenting. So if you are a listener, or if you if you consume my content on Instagram and you say something, you're trying to interact with a post, and you see that I didn't like it or I didn't say anything back, that's the reason why. And I am so sorry about that. I wish it was different. That's one reason why I'm usually never on Instagram, because that's infuriating to me. I'm on X. You'll find me on X. I will be supporting accounts on X and commenting very nice things on X and talking to one another, creating a community on X. That's what I have done with fellow comedians and also people in tech. And I just love X because they don't restrict you like that. It's just very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. So I apologize about that to my audience out there. And that's what's happening. I do like supporting anyone who interacts with my posts in a positive way. On TikTok, I get on TikTok, that old TikTok over there, TikTok. I get some really nice interactions on TikTok, and I do interact with those nice interactions, and I just want to give a shout out to my audience on TikTok. What is going on? Lisa is having a cerebral occlusion. I think that's what's happening right now. No, I do like to support people who interact nicely, and yes, shout out to TikTok and X. I get really great feedback on there. YouTube, I get some will kind of trickle their way in there, but mostly TikTok and X. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for your support, and I want to continue to entertain you, and I will do better. I think about you guys a lot. This is going out to ears. This is going out to ears in the universe. This is hitting your ear snail. The cochlea in there. You're listening to it, and I appreciate that. I don't take that lightly. You guys are the best. I love you guys. It's in little pieces of my heart out to you, out into the universe. Like going through a black hole. You got a little atom of my heart. I send that over to you guys. What else is going on? We got a rooster that lives in a property in back of our home. And this rooster, it's it sends a crow. I guess it's a crow, a little rooster noise. It sends it out in the morning, and that's fine. It's great. Mornings are great. But it does it throughout the day. It will send it out. It will send it out throughout the day. And I think what's happening is, I think when it does it in the afternoon, and well, here's the thing about this rooster. Some roosters are real smooth, cock-a-doodle-doo or whatever. Some roosters have that breath support. They're doing their breath work. They're box breathing. They're doing all the things. So when they crow, is it called a crow, guys? A crow or a caw? A crow does a caw. A rooster does a cock-a-doodle-doo. But when it does that, it's not smooth. It's something happened to its vocal cords. But this is the only rooster they got one rooster over there. And the vocal cords are just a little, they're just not right. And so it sounds more like he's just a screaming goat up there on that hill. And I'm not going to try to do it because it's not pleasant. It's not nice. So every time it does it, it just sounds out. It's shouting out like a preposition or something, on. Or it sounds like it's shouting out like a verb. Run! On. This thing. You just want to go pet it, tell it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. And I think what it does it a lot. And I think after the morning time, when it wants to wake everybody up, and that's fine. Mornings are great. But throughout the day, I think what it's doing is it's calling for the ladies. It wants to see some ladies around it. It wants to see some activity, some hindquarters walking around that rooster over there with its vocal cords being all screwed up. But it wants to know it's got some ladies. It's got some ladies around it. Yeah, so that rooster, we hear it all the time. It might happen during, during 2 a.m. I think it gets a little confused. It just gets excited when a lady walks around it, a hen. And then it just does it at any time. You'll hear it anytime. So that's what's going on here. This weekend, I watched Sisu. Anyone see that movie? Sisu. It's like a Quentin Tarantino meets John Wick. It's very gory. I'm not into that. Quentin Tarantino movies are great, but I'm not into that. Graphic. No, that just twists my... It's not good for people, for adults who still have night terrors. That is night terror fuel right there. And, I'm not into any movie where animals die. Okay, I don't mean to give anything away, but just be prepared. Okay, the dog lives. It's a good ending for the dog, but it's not a great ending for the other animal he's very close to, and it's just, But the good thing is these movies, these Quentin Tarantino-like movie here, it's a story about revenge. And you want to see some bad things happen, but the people that the bad things happen to, they get their revenge. So go ahead, give it a watch. And just be prepared for some graphic, gory content and an animal dying. It's about a World War II vet. I believe he was a part of the war. I think it's in Finland. I might be wrong about it. But not a lot of dialogue. A lot of action. A lot of action going on there. I saw, it's funny, every year, the yearly doctor follow-up appointments, they all seem to be due at the same time. And that's what's happening. You got the dentist, you got all your doctor's appointments, your blood work, you got to do all that stuff. And it's like everything's coming due this week, this month. Get it all in, get it all over with. So I'm going to the doctor. I'm in the elevator. And the doctor is located, his office is located in a hospital. And I'm in the elevator and I'm going up. And this thing is rattling like a wash machine with its agitator off balance. It's just oscillating back and forth. Like, what is happening in here? I'm in this box on a cable. This thing, it feels a little It just might not make it. So I just was thinking, I'm looking around and there's a sign in there that says the certificate, the engineering certificate for the elevator is in their office. I guess the official certificate, like the checkup, they got to do maintenance on it. I'm like, is it though? Is it really in the office? But who, you could ask ChatGPT to make you one. You just stick it on the wall and you don't know. I'm looking around. I'm like, what would I do if I got stuck in here? What would happen if you got stuck in an elevator? You're in there all night. No one's coming to get you. That means there's what happened to all the humans in the building. What's happening? And then the door opens. You walk out. And it's the year 2525. You done gone Rip Van Winkled yourself. That's where my mind goes. Is we're in a different world now. Everyone I know, they're gone. Everything I know is gone. Do people even speak English anymore? Are we just talking in emojis? Do you have an implant where you just talk through your thoughts, or you just touch a finger to another finger like E.T. and that's how you communicate? Is that be wild? Everyone went to Mars. All the people who could afford it initially. You're going to need some crazy people to go to Mars. People are going to go to Mars they're going to need to go check out that frontier. They're going to need to go explore it. Let us know what's up. But they're going to be funded. Their mission will be funded, and that's how they're going to get up there. But they got to have that crazy warrior spirit because there's no oxygen up there. The Martian crust is basically rusted out. What kind of tetanus we talking about? It's not going to be tetanus like Earth because there's no oxygen up there. It's going to be a whole different kind of tetanus, maybe. I don't think our tetanus shot is not going to work. They'll be getting lockjaw up there. These frontiersmen, these Martian frontiersmen, these people are going to be tough cookies. Or they just feel that they have absolutely nothing to lose. Their life is just down in the dumps and they're like, I will go to Mars. Got some skills on me. Maybe they don't even need skills. You just need to be upright and be able to wear some boots and an oxygen tank. Check everything out. Go see what that weird square structure is. That perfectly square structure is that has been found in the images on Mars. What is that? Have Tom go check that out. Well, Tom don't got no skills. Can he walk? Can he wear boots? And can he hold an oxygen tank? That's all we need. Yeah, so you're going to need that Sacagawea spirit, though. Some of them who are going to make real progress, they're going to map it all out. You're going to need that Sacagawea. That's going to be the frontiersman. But then after that, once everything's established, it's going to be all the wealthy people who are going to go because they're going to be the only ones who's going to be able to afford it. Unless you can hitch a ride, in the storage unit area of the spacecraft. Maybe you can hitch a ride there if you can fit in it, not have to pee for a long time. Yeah, so I walk out of that elevator door. It's 2025. I Rip Van LaBelled it. And all the wealthy people, they're up on Mars. And everyone else is left down here on Earth. They're getting in fights with robots. In their front lawns, they're scuffing knucks with robots. Fist fighting the bots on their lawns. That's what's going to be happening. Be wild. So all that ran through my mind before I saw the doctor. And that's fun. That will throw anybody for a loop. That'll throw any human being coming into contact with me after that for a loop. Okay, everybody, we're back. Sorry about that. I had a camera issue, a technical difficulty. Producing this podcast has been a big learning curve, but I am learning every day. I want to be better for you guys. I'm getting better with it every day. And I appreciate that you guys are hanging in there with me and bearing with me. I love you guys for that. Thank you. I will get back into it this week. My brother, he sent a picture of a mannequin at a clothing store he was at once a year. My brother, he goes with my sister-in-law and they update his wardrobe. That's just once a year. My brother's very conservative. He's an engineer. He's a very conservative engineer. And they go to the outlets once a year and they update their... I think this year they got some quarter zips because that's what everyone's wearing now. But they are very hard to find. So, brah, I hope you found some of those quarter zips. And this mannequin he sent a picture of, it's dad bod mannequin. I mean, it's about time, right? You got a lot of dad bods walking around out there at those outlets. I think it resonates with everyone. I think it's right there in the front. Hey, look, I have no problem with anybody's body, really, as long as everyone's healthy. As long as you're healthy. If you got dad bod, go rock it. Rock it out, son. Put a hat on. Put a 3/4 zip. Rock that. Put some sandals on. Rock it out. I think what they did, though, I think what that store may have done, it's a maternity mannequin. That's what it looks like. And they put some men's clothing on it. So they may have commandeered this mannequin from the maternity store, probably right across the way. They just went right in there and they commandeered it. And then they stuck some men's clothes on it. And I mean, the maternity store, they're not going to take it back because, I think they'd agree. A lot of these husbands of the maternity people, they got dad bod, and it's actually okay. So that was a great picture. I'm really glad he sent that to me. To the family. We got a group text on the family. He sent it to the family. I did, some weekends, that laundry you just do a lot of laundry. A lot. It's just, like my grandma said, it just never ends. My grandma, she had 7 children. I think she did laundry by hand, like the diaper. They didn't have Huggies. They had cloth diapers. What are we complaining about today? What are we doing? They didn't have no diaper genie. That shite stank. Where you put that? You gotta put it outside. Gotta wash it right away. It's not like you can go to the on Amazon and order some more cloth diapers if you didn't get a chance to wash the few that you had. Or those burp up rags. That's just a wash rag. You didn't have like piles of them. She was doing laundry. That's in her sleep. In her sleep. But some weeks I just got a lot of laundry. I just do all the laundry. And the laundry doesn't get folded that day. It's too much. And as the laundry is dried, they go into the basket and they go onto the bed. The basket is dumped onto the bed. So there's several mounds of freshly washed laundry all over the bed. It looks like ricotta dollops, like just big old blobs of ricotta on a pizza. That's what our bed looks like. And this is the second time I am mentioning food on this podcast because mostly, I will eat, but then I'm still hungry. And that's the deal. That's what you're getting today. You're getting Hungry Lisa. So I hope y'all are okay with that. I think we all like pizza, right? I mean, of course I'm going to think about freshly washed piles of laundry on my bed like ricotta blobs, because ricotta blobs is the best. Oh, yeah. Give me some of that ricotta blob. That's what I say when I go get pizza. Blob it up. Blob it up, Buttercup. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of places that have great pizza. I'm not going to say this is the best, but this is pretty good, all right? Coming from outside of Philly, I would go into Philly a lot. Also New Jersey and New York City. Philly, I probably went there the most. I'm going to give a shout out here to Angelo's Pizzeria. 736 South 9th Street in Philly. Oh my God. Now, this is the type of place you're going to need to go in. You're going to need some dollar bills, okay? They're not going to take your plastic. They don't do that. Technology that's not what they're focused on, okay? They're focused, and you pay with those dollar bills. That's how they run it. This is the legit pizza shop, pizzeria, man. That you got to exchange that cheddar for that cheese. You know what I mean? And you're not going to go in and sit down and eat the pizza. There's no place to sit down. It's on a corner, 736 South 9th Street. It's on a corner. And there's not a lot of room, so it's just but pizza, man. They're just cranking those pizzas out. They got boxes stacked up all in there. That's basically the whole place. It's just filled up with boxes and pizza. And there's no room for tables. So you go in, you get your pizza, and then you could find a seat. There's some benches. They got some chairs outside. If you want to eat it right away, you can sit down there or you can sit on the curb. That dirty old Philly curb. Bring a bag, sit on that bag. Sit on that bag, sit on the curb and eat your hot pizza. So good. They got cheesesteaks. They got it all. Yes. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. That's what we're told it is. I'm sure there's a lot of love there, but if you walk into that city with a Patriots jersey, you're going to get the love beat right out, yeah. You're going to get it beat right out your eyeballs, probably. So that's just the real deal. That's just how it is in Philly. Just giving it to you real. There's a lot of updates in robotics and technology and space this week. Let's dive into that. So much to cover. We got some robots gearing up for a half marathon on April 19th in Beijing. This is pretty interesting. I think the robot, I'm going to pop this video up so everyone who is watching can see, but anyone who is not watching and you're just listening, I'll explain to you what's happening here. And I'm going to try to pronounce this right, but my audience knows I can't really pronounce things very well. But I'm going to try. I'm showing up and I'm going to give it a go, okay? Kuafu. Ku-a-fu. Kuafu. And I apologize, Kuafu Robotics. That's actually the name of their humanoid. The company is called Leju Robotics in Chinese, and I apologize, Leju Robotics. No disrespect. It's just me not being able to pronounce things, and you can laugh at that, Leju Robotics. I invite you to be entertained by that. So, Kuafu humanoids by this Chinese company. Now, there's a video of these robots moving totes at a car factory in China. And honestly, this is the fastest I've ever seen a humanoid work. They're moving pretty fast. They're catching up to the humans. They're doing pretty good. That's impressive. We got a robotics researcher at the Beijing Institute of General Artificial Intelligence. Here we go. I'm so sorry for the mispronunciation. Here we go. Hangjin Liu. This robotics researcher at the Beijing Institute for General Artificial Intelligence. They are teaming up with Kuafu Robotics for this marathon. They highlights a collaboration to showcase Kuafu humanoid robots' real-world performance in the car factory, emphasizing transparency with an unedited 2-minute video. This video is very impressive. So I'm going to explain it for everyone who's just listening here. Like I said, so you got some humanoids. There's a stack of crates in front of these humanoids. And what they're doing is they are picking up the crates quickly. I mean, at a good speed. I have not seen humanoids move this fast. They're picking up crates and they're putting them on a conveyor belt. And all of them, there's 4 of them in a row. And they all seem to be synchronized. And they're choreographed real well. It's impressive. And then you got the Beijing researcher. Here we go. I'm going to pronounce this again. Hangjin Liu, robotics researcher at the Beijing Institute for General Artificial Intelligence. He is walking with the Kuafu robot, and they are gearing up. They're gearing up for this marathon. 0 mistake. A 5-kilometer run with 0 mistakes. They're warming up for the Beijing Robot Half Marathon. That's impressive. I'm repeating myself a lot. I apologize. I just want to make sure I'm getting this information correct. We got Kuafu Robotics. It uses the Open Harmony system, and it can jump 20 centimeters while walking on varied terrain. That's impressive. I'll pop those videos up. It's going to be really great to see that marathon. I'm looking forward to it. And these robots, these humanoids, they're putting some shoes. They're putting some fashion on these robots. They've got some sneaks on those puppies. Sneakers. I wonder if like Adidas, Nike, Reebok get up on in there in these robot feet. The robot might appreciate it. It might be a little bit softer landing for him. That's what I think. Okay, I'm back, everybody. I apologize about that again. I had a camera technical difficulty again, but I'm working through it, and you are here with me, and thank you. Thank you for that. So I'm going to move on here because there's so much to talk about. So we're going to move on to clone robotics. Have you seen this? Got this Protoclone? Oh my God, we're going to get our Hans device on because let me tell you something. When you see this thing, you're going to have your neck is going to want to go in different directions. You put this Hans device on right now. Put this on. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm going to put this video up, but for those of you who are listening, I'll try to describe it to the best of my ability. Okay, we have a robot. Okay, we have a humanoid who it's hanging up. Okay, it's being suspended by the ceiling, by some ropes, by some cords attached to the ceiling. And now the head looks like a robot, like some metal, maybe some chrome. It's got maybe a chrome head. It's shiny. Like the middle of it, kind of like, I think like the Iron Man helmet, and the middle of it is a different color than the sides of it. So the middle of it is very shiny. The sides of it is this white. And now the rest of this humanoid looks like a body out of the body's exhibit. A body that doesn't have its skin. And all of its muscles and fibers are exposed. That's what this looks like. And it's hanging up on the ceiling. And it's moving. It's moving around. Now they have to have it hanging because it cannot walk. And what I'm seeing here, it does move its head. So when it comes alive, suspended on the ceiling like this, down from the ceiling, it's got its hands and it's moving its hand up and its fingers. This is the most lifelike fingers I have ever seen on a humanoid. And it's going like it's moving all of its digits, showing us its capabilities, and it kind of looks like it has some webbed thumb going on, probably. Something, maybe it looks like its hands might be attached to something with gills, but it's not. And it's lifting its arms and moving its arms around, and its legs are limp. They're hanging there, but the toes are touching the ground. But it's moving its head. It's looking around. It moves its pec muscles. Woo! Huh! That will give you some whiplash right there. Hold on to your Hans device. Here we go. God. God. Huh. This thing from Clone Robotics, it has over 200 DOF. That is direction of freedom. Now, to put that into perspective, I believe humans have about 200 to 3 on the low side to 300 something, 320 something, 25. And that's a very bendy human, I would suspect. And it has 1,000 plus myofibers. And that the myofibers, that's why it looks like a A body from the body's exhibit without its skin, because the myofibers, that it looks like muscles and human fibers. I mean, its chest is like built up. Got a toned humanoid right there. It's a little confusing. And it can move it. It can move those little muscles in that chest. It's wild, man. It's wild. But the way its fingers move is very robotic. And it's like hanging up and its feet are hanging. It's a little, it's a little off-putting. You know what I'm saying? It's, God. I mean, you would definitely need your Hans device if you saw this thing in person, I would imagine. Especially, I can't imagine what the cleaning people, how they feel. I mean, they're probably used to it by now, but I'm sure the first time they saw it, it was a little surprising, I'd imagine. So these myofibers, all right, the clone robotics, they do not use harmonic reducers. Harmonic reducers, otherwise known as strain wave gears, okay? These are mostly used in, Atlas, probably Optimus, Neo, 1X Technology Neo, Figure. That's what a harmonic reducers, okay? But not Protoclone. Protoclone instead, well, let me just explain here for those of you who don't know what a harmonic reducer is. I'll give you a bird's eye view here. They're used for high torque, density, compact size, and precision. So clone robotics, they're Protoclone. They use myofiber instead of harmonic reducers. And this myofiber are synthesized muscle fibers that actuate movements. They actuate the movements so when it's hanging there and it's moving all of its digits, showing us, it's giving us a flex. That's what these myofibers are doing. They're pressurized actuators that contract like human muscles, attached to a 3D printed polymer skeleton modeled on human anatomy. Myofiber technology uses water-powered hydraulic pneumatic systems to replicate human muscle function. They contract in under 50 milliseconds, delivering over 30% contraction, which is, this is pretty amazing. It's better than a human. It has more precision, and it's better than a human in that way. I think it's safe to say the shock has subsided, and I can take the Hans device off now. You can go ahead and take your Hans device off. Let's put it to the side. See how gracefully I handled that Hans device? That's what we're talking about. Sorry, you're hearing a lot of bangs, and that's, I'm just going to put it on the floor. Plop. It's a long way down to that floor. Okay, back to Protoclone. Now, Clone Robotics, they use NVIDIA's, NVIDIA Jetson's Thor GPU. Now, Thor can be integrated with NVIDIA's Omniverse, their Isaac, their sim to reality. They can do that, but for now, they're using the GPU. Thor is the chip that runs the learned behavior in the real world. Everyone's using NVIDIA. There just seems to be nothing better than NVIDIA for now. More power to them. Clones Robotics are designed to closely mimic human muscle skeletal systems. I mean, this is wild, guys. Everyone who's listening, you gotta go back. You gotta see this thing. I'll probably clip this up. This is clip worthy right here. So I'll clip it up. If you don't want to go back and see the whole video, I'll clip it up for you guys. So that's wild. That is just wild. Every time I look at that, it blows my mind. It looks like something you probably see out of a Lovecraft book, a Lovecraft novel. Something he would have thought up. Moving on to Minecraft. Man, my nephews are obsessed with Minecraft. Who else has little nephews or nieces obsessed with Minecraft? They just love that Minecraft there. And my nephews, I'll sit with them and they'll play the game and they'll try to explain it to me. But they get pigs and chickens and they eat them. And I don't like that. A lot of carnage right there. But besides that, there's some villages. I think some zombies. I think we're talking about vanilla Minecraft. This is the basic Minecraft. So we have some scientists, Project Sid by Altera, okay? They put 1,000 AI agents in a Minecraft server, and they autonomously formed a civilization with a gem-based economy, culture, and religion, including priests using faith to influence others. And this is as reported by Cyber News in September of last year. This happened in September of last year. What is this colony doing in there now? What are these priests doing? Literal priests. Altera's simulation, led by former MIT professor Robert Yang, showcases AI agents collaborating for days without human input, developing complex societies, with some agents like Olivia transitioning from farmers to explorers. They're getting some minds of their own in this game. They're free. Set these agents loose and these agents are going after it. Like, we got to get this done. We got to get this Bichon done, man. Got a lot of work to do. A civilization to create. Altera AI placed 1,000 autonomous AI agents into a Minecraft server to see how they would behave without human intervention. The AI agents weren't the same as Minecraft's built-in villagers. That's the vanilla Minecraft. They were powered by advanced AI models, likely large language models, and programmed to act autonomously, making decisions based on their environment and interactions. So these priests, I was like, what are these priests about? Like, literal, are we talking Catholic priests? AI priests. Within this AI-driven Minecraft world, some agents took on roles that researchers labeled as priests. Now, these aren't the cleric villagers from the vanilla Minecraft, but rather AI agents that adopted a priest-like role within the society they created. The AI priests engaged in behaviors like religious proselytizing. Wow, that's advanced. I mean, priests do that. Human priests do that today. They proselytize all over the place. They'll proselytize to your prostate. So they'd be proselytizing out there. They tried to convert other AI agents to their religion, a behavior that emerged organically from the AI's decision-making processes. Bribery and influence. One AI priest became the most active traitor by bribing other agents to join his religion. As noted in the web search results, this shows the AI developing a form of social manipulation to gain influence, which is fascinating, but not something vanilla Minecraft villagers can do. Like I said, vanilla Minecraft is just the basic Minecraft. That's the Minecraft that you're all familiar with, probably. The Minecraft you play in, the Minecraft that your nieces and nephews play in. The vanilla Minecraft that has the cleric villagers. They might be called priests by the players due to their mystical role. So this is wild. This experiment builds on prior research, like Stanford's 2023 Smallville study, where 25 AI agents stimulated human behavior, organizing events like Valentine's Day party, demonstrating AI's potential to mimic and evolve social structures. That is amazing. Oh my God, what's happening? They are learning some human behaviors. I mean, are we all just computers? What came first? The AI or the human brain? It's a mystery. And like I said before, I think there's some guy living under a Hardee's that has all the answers to the universe. So only that guy knows, and none of us know, and we'll probably never know. And that's okay. Moving on, we're going to move on to some space topics that happened this week. And the topic that everyone is talking about is the Blue Origin, the phallic-shaped rocket, I'll just say. That would be Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin. They launched an all-female crew to low Earth orbit. That was a big PR thing, a big PR event. I'm gonna call it. It was a big PR event, and I'm just calling it what it was. I mean, there was a lot of PR around it. Let's just say. Now, I'm not here to knock any of those females. Look, it's hard being a female. It's hard being a male. It's hard being a human. And, female, we got those uteruses and they can cause problems. They can cause endometriosis, adenomyosis. I mean, that's an additional monthly pain that no one really needs. Okay, so I really give it up for females just in general. But I love you guys too. You guys are there they will make our life easier. They will go out and do the hard things so that we can focus on healing. What we need to focus, or whatever we need to focus on. I love humanity as a whole, okay? But we're talking about this female crew. This all-female crew at Blue Origin launched up into low Earth orbit. And again, I'm not going to knock anybody who went on to this mission. I do want to say, though, they were wearing some cat suits, it looked like, and I think that's probably important for low Earth orbit. You need some compression. I would think it would help with blood flow. And I think they were dark suits, maybe black and purple or something like that. Let me pull this video up. I'm looking at a video of Lauren Sanchez. Oh, it's a blue. It looks like a blue. Well, Blue Origin has blue suits, so that makes sense, doesn't it? Some black on there, but mostly blue. Like a Nehru jacket collar on it. Okay. Now, when I go to space, I want an all-white suit. Give me that white body compression sock. Compression sock for my body, and that needs to be all white. Because you know what? I'm not afraid to show you if I got scared and peed my pants going into that low Earth orbit. Just praying that thing don't explode under all the conditions that it can explode. Upon launch and upon landing. Okay? So when I go to space, when I go to low Earth orbit, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, I would like to do this. And I would like an all-white suit. And I'm just gonna, I'll probably camp on out on the launch pad or somewhere near there just so I'm on time. You know, women have a problem with being on time, and I'm, you know, that's a thing. So I'll be on time. And then I'm gonna have a white compression bodysuit. We're going to go up there. And like I said, y'all be with my peers up in low Earth orbit. And, you know, I might sneeze. I might pee my pants. A little pee might come out. But you know what? Someone else might sneeze and I'll pee my pants. But there might be a bunch of people sneezing and other people peeing their pants. And you're wearing those dirty pee pants. It's cool to pee your pants. I'm not embarrassed, okay? It's cool. It's cool to pee your pants. That is from the great Adam Sandler. And I'm trying to do his accent, or I'm not there yet. It's cool. It's cool to pee your pants. That's what I'm saying. Now, coming on down, coming out of low Earth orbit, and doing the splashdown. That's what I'm saying, on the descent. I'm not going to, you know, I can't deal with screaming. I think that's what happened in this all-female crew. It was kind of like when you hear a bunch of girls go on a roller coaster and they scream on the way down or up, or when it twists and goes upside down, what have you. There was just a bunch of screaming. And listen, there's risks to this. And that's real. And one of the risks is coming back to Earth. There's a lot. Wow. Just thinking about everything that could go wrong. There's just a lot. So listen, I don't want to hear you screaming if that's the last time. That cannot be the last thing I hear, okay? It's just, you got to just keep it in. You know, men, they'll keep it in. Now, I'm not saying there's not men out there who will screech, and I'm not throwing shade on that. That's fine. I'm just saying I can't be in a capsule with a bunch of screaming ladies on the way down, okay? Look, there was a mission. It's a historic first. A civilian crew aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon. And they became the first group of humans to orbit Earth's polar regions. Now, this took place not very long ago. April 4th, to be exact. And the crew consisted of, I believe, it was 2 females. There might have been more. It was a couple of females. And I just want to give a shout out to them. We got one of the females. She was an engineer. And I assure you, if I had to place a bet, she probably wasn't screaming on the way down. I'd like to be in a capsule with her. I'd like to be in a capsule. Yeah, I'd like to be in a capsule with, her name is Rabia Rouge. Just don't take my word on the pronunciation, okay? But we're going to go Rabearogge. That was the pilot. She's an electrical engineer. All right, and then we're going to go over to, I'd like to be in a capsule with her. If I have to be in a capsule of an all-female crew, Rabia, please. Yes. Also, I'd like to request Janique McKelson. All right, we're talking JANNICKEMIKKELSEN. Janique McKelson. She was the vehicle commander. Let me tell you, Janique Kelson, shout out. This woman's hot. Woo! I'm not sure if they were wearing cat suits, but geez Louise, Janique. You gotta, it's a film, she's a Norwegian film director and cinematographer. In areas of expertise, sci-fi movies and science documentaries. And it'd be really nice to be in a capsule with her too. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that or anything, but there's nothing wrong with a woman saying another woman is really pretty. Okay? And, there was a lot of celebrities that went on the all-female crew, Blue Origin mission. I almost said missile because I'm just thinking of that phallic-shaped Blue Origin rocket. That is a missile, isn't it? But I'm talking Crew Dragon here. So, so there was just a lot of celebrities that went on to the Blue Origin mission. And celebrities tend to be the pretty. And, because they just have they just got that extra, the pockets to keep up with themselves, let's just say. Okay. So that's great. That's good. But then you got some normal people like Janique McKelson, who's not a celebrity. She's a film director and a cinematographer. And she's pretty too. Without having that disposable income of the celebrity status. And that, to me, that's pretty impressive. I'll get off that because we'll just get off that. But Janique, coming on down to Earth from low Earth orbit, instead of hearing shouts like women on a roller coaster, like girls on a roller coaster, I'd like to hear Janique telling me some stories, some sci-fi stories, maybe some Lovecraft stories. Tell me about that mountain. Tell me about the Shoggoths. Sing me a song, a sci-fi, and then if it's your last, if that's it, if something goes awry, I don't want to hear screaming. I want to hear Janique's voice just telling me about the mountains of madness. And then, that's just definitely way more pleasant. It's a much more pleasant touchdown. And a much more pleasant going out, if that's going to happen, So this mission, this is a really cool mission, the SpaceX mission, which was the historic first, a civilian crew that became the first group of humans to orbit Earth's polar region. That's really cool. The mission lasted approximately 3.5 days. Oh, I apologize. I said that the launch was April 4th. That was the touchdown. The launch was March 31st, and the splashdown was April 4th. The mission's trajectory allows the spacecraft to fly over both the North and South Poles, providing unprecedented views of these regions. This path is unique because it requires a launch directly north or south, which isn't easily done from Florida due to the need to fly over populated areas. Historically, the only U.S. launch site for polar orbits was Vandenberg in California. During the journey, the crew is conducting 22 scientific experiments. That's the other thing. If I'm going to go up to low Earth orbit, I'd like to do some scientific experiments. I'd like to bring some pipettes, some beakers, and do some things. I mean, you're up there. You might as well do some things up there. See if you can grow some basil in that amount of time. Probably not. But, bring it with you and see what it does. It might like the extra radiation. Probably not. Maybe. That'd be interesting. Maybe it tastes different. Maybe you bring a basil leaf and you taste it, or a bay leaf, and you taste it, and maybe it tastes different. So during this journey, they conducted 22 scientific experiments, including capturing photographs of auroras, studying the effects of space motion sickness, and attempting to grow mushrooms as a potential food source for future space missions. Look at that. They attempted to grow mushrooms in 3.5 days. So I don't think I'm too far off. You bring that basil leaf, try to grow it. Try to grow another one. Maybe bring some pineapple stems. Something like that. I was very curious about the bathroom sitch on Crew Dragon because that's just a lot of people in there. There was 4 people, I believe. Let's see. It was called the Fram 2 mission. FRAM. Now, it's named after the Norwegian polar exploration ship Fram. It was funded by Chinese-born Maltese citizen, cryptocurrency billionaire, Chun Huang. Chunwang. The Fram 2 mission was historic as the first human spaceflight to enter a polar orbit, circling Earth's north and south poles at an altitude of 400. Let's do miles. Let's do miles, because President Carter, he tried to change us over to the metric system, but then we just voted him out of office. So let's go with miles. They were at an altitude of 267 miles. And the crew consisted of Chun Huang, Janique Mikkelsen, the film director and cinematographer from Norway, and she was the vehicle commander. Chun Huang, he was the mission commander. And then you got Rabia Rog. She was the pilot. She's an electrical engineer. And Eric Phillips, mission specialist and medical officer. So that's a lot of people up there for 3.5 days using a bathroom. I was just wondering what that bathroom sitch was like. And there, for certain, surely is a bathroom on Crew Dragon. It's equipped with a small private bathroom facility. It's located at the nose cone. The nose cone, so you're going to be cramped on all up in there. That's like those pointy high heels. Your toes, sometimes they'll just get cramped all up in that point. You're like you're going to be like your big toe in a pointy heel trying to get in that bathroom. Is located in the nose cone section of the capsule, which pivots open for in-space operations. The bathroom is a compact curtained-off area with a toilet designed for use in microgravity using suction technology. Suck it. To manage waste. Yummy. Unlike the International Space Station, the Crew Dragon's bathroom is minimal due to the capsule's limited space and short mission durations, typically a few days a week. For privacy, the toilet is separated by a curtain. Oh, that's so not curtain. Not even a wall or a little, thick. Is it thick? Is it a thick curtain? Oh boy. separated by a curtain. Now I'm imagining maybe, are we talking a shower curtain? Are we talking a thick fabric curtain? What are we talking here? Something with maybe grabs the noise, a noise absorber curtain. Something that you find in a movie theater. Some panels, some noise absorbing panels. But no, we're talking about a curtain. Okay, the waste is collected and stored on board for disposal after landing. The design was notably used during the Inspiration 4 mission in 2021, where crew members described it as functional but basic. It has a focus on efficiency. So, as a woman, you got to be tough. Got to be tough and realize you're going into a pointy shoe almost. Like you're just going to be the big toe in a pointy shoe. And you're not going to have a lot of room. You're probably not going to shower. There's no shower in there. It's just a curtain. Hopefully they're high enough where you can't smell really in the vacuum of space. But I don't think they were that high. I don't know. Maybe. That would be the hope, that you're just high enough where you can't smell. There's no smells. So I like that. That's cool. Now the IS, the question is, oh wow, so this was the first mission, first group of humans to orbit Earth's polar regions. Now, doesn't the ISS do this? The ISS is in a low Earth orbit. Okay, so about 260 miles, where it's orbiting Earth at a relatively low altitude. It has an inclination of 51.6 degrees, meaning it never passes directly over the poles. Instead, it flies over a range of latitudes between 51.6 degrees north and 51.6 degrees south. That really means nothing to me. I'm not really sure how to even envision that. But for all you people out there who understand that, I hope that gave you a little bit more clarity on the whole sitch. And now I'm thinking, well, I thought that, the IRS, did Crew Dragon, is this a geosynchronous orbit? Is this a geosynchronous orbit? Silly me. There's geosynchronous orbit versus a polar orbit, and that's mostly related to satellites. You got to be pretty high up there in the vacuum of space. Got to be pretty high up there above Earth. A geosynchronous orbit. We're talking 22,236 miles. And that allows a satellite to match Earth's rotation, appearing stationary over a single location. So the ISS and Crew Dragon, that was way too low to be. It's far too low and moved too fast to be geosynchronous. Now, a polar orbit has an inclination of 90 degrees. Again, that really means nothing to me, but for all of you people out there who understand this, I hope it gives more clarity to the situation. So 90 degrees, meaning a satellite passes over both the north and south poles on every orbit. So that is why this Crew Dragon, this Fram 2, was the first it had the first humans to orbit Earth's polar region. And I'm sure that looks spectacular. There is footage of this online, on the interwebs. And it's pretty cool to see. It's pretty cool to see the smiles of everybody. And I just want everyone to be happy with what they do. That all-female crew, they seem like they were just all smiles, and that's really cool. And this crew, they seem like they were smiling too. And I love seeing it. It's great. More smiles in the world. And I think that's about all I have today. So I'm just going to look through one more time, make sure I haven't missed anything. I think we're good. I mean, there's a lot more to cover. There's a lot going on, but nothing that cannot be discussed next week. I'll keep you posted on that robot marathon. I know that's top on your list. I'm looking forward to seeing all those robots in shoes. And I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Happy Easter, everyone. Everyone who celebrates that, happy Easter. And if you don't, I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. And may your AI be friendly and your robots well-oiled. Or in the case of clone robotics, Protoclone, well-hydrated. May that humanoid be well-hydrated. All right, everybody, signing off. Bye.